Hey everyone, welcome back to the SEL. So I had originally planned for today's video to be a video on how I letter in my passenger cars, but that's gonna have to wait. So as of you guys seeing this, yesterday, Legacy Station announced a custom run Central Georgia Nancy Hanks steam engine set. And I may or may not have had a hand in getting that announced. So I've been doing some research for a while now on not just the Nancy Hanks, but the Man of War. I've been doing some research on the second Nancy Hanks. And when that was announced, or when I was doing that research and MTH announced the 440s, I thought, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure that Central Georgia had a few of those. So during my research, I found out that the Nancy Hanks, or the Central Georgia, not only had the 440s, but they had passenger cars to go with it. So while it's not a dead match for the train, and I'll put a picture of it here down here below, it's pretty close. You'll see that the steam engine is still a 440, has the stack funnel and the smaller drivers than the 999, so it more closely resembles the other one. Window is not a 3 slot window, but it's close enough. So I'm actually going to read an excerpt here from the pamphlet that I have here talking about it. January 1893. Oh, I'll go back to this one. First Nancy Hanks was not a train, but was a locomotive. In September of 1892, a bay mare named Nancy Hanks, possibly for Abraham Lincoln's mother, set a world's trotting record of a mile in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. At the same time, Central Georgia Railroad and Banking Company of Georgia was trying out a new type of locomotive. Name trains were rare in those days, but names for locomotives were quite common, and someone had christened this new engine the Nancy Hanks. George Dole Wadley, general superintendent of the railroad at the time and great lover of horses, and reputed for being responsible for the naming of the new locomotive. The locomotive, which was numbered 1592, which is the one we have for the custom run, was a 440 American type and a Vulcan compound built in 1892 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works, and it was described as a very handsome passenger engine, painted a glossy black, and her wheels, dome, and tender being ornately striped in gold leaf. Her name in excellent taste is in plain gold letters. And it goes on to do the weight and all that kind of stuff. Now you'll see in the custom run pictures that it's blue, and I just described the black engine. So, moving on down in the article here, it says the new Nancy in 1893. Actually, before I go on to that, the cars of that train were described as a bright vermilion red with the magic words Nancy Hanks in light gold letters on the side of each car. The train consisted of 2 passenger cars, 1 baggage car, and a mail express car. First trip to Nancy Hanks was apparently a trial run. And then moving down to where I was a second ago. In January 1893, a new schedule was announced. And then this was the new Nancy Hanks, no longer with vermilion red coaches, but painted a royal blue from the tip of her cowcatcher to the platform of the last coach and trimmed in gold leaf. The engines were also painted blue and striped in gold with the flag of Central Georgia and named Nancy Hanks on the tender. In addition to number 1592, 2 other 440s delivered in 1892, numbers 1593 and 94, were used to operate the overlapping schedules. And then there's a little ballad here in the top left, the top right corner. Some folks say the Nancy can't run, but stop, let me tell you what the Nancy done. She left Atlanta 1:30 and got to Savannah by the setting of the sun. The Nancy, she run so fast, she burnt the wind and scorched the grass. So, those of y'all who know me, I'm a huge fan of the Central Georgia, and it's a small mission of mine to have a representation of as many Central Georgia engines in my collection as possible. And when I saw this, I knew this was a fantastic opportunity to get something that I probably would not have another chance of getting done. So if you guys want to see this get done, and I'll make sure I include links in the description below to Legacy Station, and I'll put some pictures up here as I'm talking about the stuff in the article and the custom run itself. But if you guys want to see this get done, make sure you order them from Legacy Station. Now, these were just announced today as I'm recording this, yesterday as you're seeing it. So you still have time to order it. And all you'll need to do for Legacy Station is put a 10% down payment on them. It's not that much. Or you can pay the whole thing up front. So, with a lot being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please, 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 if you want to see this get done, because I certainly want to see it get done, order the, because if it doesn't get, you don't get enough orders, it's not going to get done. So, if you really want to see it get done, make sure you place orders as soon as possible. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video, let me know what you guys think of the custom run down below, and look forward to next week's video on the decals. I'll see y'all next week.